Beach FM, locals talking to locals.
As we say, good morning to Christine Papps, Chair of the Otaki Community Board. Good morning, Christine.
Good morning, Nigel. Good morning, everybody.
Do you have any problems with your water pipes up there in Otaki?
No, the only water problem we have is that it's coming out of the sky. So
I see, right.
Hopefully it's going to not come back and I'll get around to golfing this morning.
Oh, yeah, it'd be excellent. No, I think you'll be okay for that. No, on the serious side, do you have much problem with water pipes bursting at all? I mean, they're all ageing, aren't they?
Not that I've heard up here. I certainly haven't heard of any problems in Otaki of burst water pipes. We have the odd stream overflows and when we have big deluges of rain and things like the Mangoni and the Waitahu, but water pipes, I haven't heard any of that.
Right.
No doubt someone will let me know if I'm wrong here anyway.
Yeah, that's for sure. How did your Red Cross appeal go last week, by the way?
Oh, really good. Otaki, I think we got about $800 and something, and that's not bad for a little town that doesn't have a lot of wealth. And we only did from 9:30 to 2:30, so outside two supermarkets. So we did very well. Very generous people in Otaki.
Excellent, good stuff to hear. Update on the expressway. Anything new to tell us there? How's it going?
We're having Fletchers are coming to our board meeting on Tuesday night to give us an update on that.
Yes.
So we'll have a lot more information then. Basically, what you see is what we're getting at the moment. There's a lot happening, a lot of earthworks, a lot of tree removal, big piles of mulch everywhere, which is going to be used for future plantings and also to keep the dust down. So none of it is for public to actually have, unfortunately. It's all earmarked for the expressway project.
Sure. Are they going to be planting millions of trees? I mean, we had 1.3 million trees along the Kapiti Expressway. Are you going to have something similar up there?
I think it'll be something similar. I don't know the exact number, but there's certainly going to be a lot of planting done. Shane
Jones wants to know because he wants to put that into his billion tree count, you see. All right.
We might not let him have those ones.
No, that's right. So that coming along Tuesday night. Good stuff. The Otaki Railway Station, you say at present it's up to the, what is it?
It's the Office of the Treaty Settlement. So
right.
They actually have the building. So we don't have much say in it at the moment, and I'm really not sure what's happening there.
No.
But at the moment, we've got our submissions going into Greater Wellington next week. I'm going in with the Mayor and a few councillors and to put in our submission for the safe access to the Windstone Lakes and also a protest submission in the public transport area where our public transport rate's gone up and we get far less public transport than Porirua and Lower Hutt, whose transport rate has gone down. So hopefully it won't fall on deaf ears, and I know there are things in the pipeline for more transport, more trains, but we need it sooner rather than later.
So you're expecting sort of a connection between Otaki and Waikanae, aren't you?
Well, that's ideally what we would like, because I mean our kids can't get down to sporting functions on the weekend or practices for anything down in Waikanae or Paraparaumu, and a lot of people up here do not have cars or do not have the money to fill their cars to actually take their children all these places.
Yes, that's right. All right, so you're presenting that next week. I think they've given KCDC some extra time to speak, so that might include your submissions as well, does it?
Yes, it does, fortunately. And I've got council support for both our submissions, which is absolutely fantastic.
Good. Did you go down to our long-term plan submissions and speak to you?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Very, very long days, Nigel, very long days.
Okay.
They're from sort of 9 in the morning till about 8 in the evening. So there was a lot of people putting in their submissions, and it was very, very interesting. Shelley Warwick and myself presented our submission to the council.
What were they on, Chris?
Bearing in mind that it's a 20-year plan and we know the council is trying to save and not spend a lot, so we just sort of said, well, okay, we're looking at a 20-year plan. We're not expecting all this to be done straight away, but we want a lighting upgrade around the Otaki Railway Station, and the pavilion, the beach toilets at the pavilion need upgrading. The Otaki Theatre toilets need upgrading. There is actually no disabled toilet there. That is actually a necessity, I feel. It sounds like we just have got a toilet fetish in Otaki, because also the Otaki Library needs another toilet. There's just one toilet for the public there, and if there's an accident, toilet. It's a long walk to the public toilets if anybody needs to use one. So that's a necessity as well. Site improvements, the Otaki Beach basketball court, just a general tidy up and just to make it look good and better for people to use. It does get a bit of use, not as much as the one down Hurutai, but it does get used. We're supporting the Waitahu School for their fireworks display every year, so hopefully the council will continue funding that. And there's all sorts of other little bits and pieces, and they're all online, so if anybody's interested they can go in and have a look. But we put forward quite a good argument, I think, and I think hopefully most of ours will slide into the long-term plan. And as I say, we're not expecting anything to be done immediately, but so long as they're there as a bookmark for future.
Great. All right. As you say, that's all you can do, and we wait for with bated breath as to what they might come up with.
That's right.
I was thinking this morning as I was coming to work, they mentioned around about 4.5% rate increase, but, you've got to be fair with the council. If people want to get these things done, it's got to be more than that, unfortunately.
Well, that's right. People don't want a rates increase, but they still expect money to be spent on things. So you've got to actually be realistic, and it's one thing or the other. And this council is being very, very good at saving, and they're trying to please everybody if they can. And as the general, you can't please everybody. Please some of the people some of the time, not all of the people all of the time. So, but hopefully we'll get a few things done. And Kapiti is a growing area with the expressway coming through to Otaki. There's only going to be more and more people up here, so it's a growing area, a growing community. You
got any houses being built up there at the moment, or that's sort of not happening?
I've seen there's a little subdivision off Kirk Street. I think the gardeners are building in there, and I've seen a few new houses going up. So, but there's also quite a, you see them for sale and that they sell very, very quickly.
I do indeed. And just the last one, the Tasman speed limit, has that been put in place or has it been reviewed?
I'm not sure if it's actually been put in place yet. I know it was under review and it came up at our last board meeting.
Okay.
I'll just have a quick look and see if it's on the list of Tasman Road speed. It's due to be completed by the end of May.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, well, you'll hear about it at your meeting next Tuesday night. What time does that start?
7 o'clock as usual, Gertrude Atmore. Everybody's welcome. We've got a few grants to get through, and as I say, the collectors will be there giving us an update on the expressway, so it should be a very interesting meeting.
Enjoy your game of golf today. I can see the sun breaking through. Chris?
Well, hopefully, yes. If it rains, I won't be out there for long, I tell you.
Christine Papps, Chair of the Otaki Community Board, here on Beach FM.
106.3 Beach FM.